Imagine sitting behind a desk overlooking an entire city, knowing that one phone call could move millions of dollars, reshape a company's future, and influence thousands of lives. The money is enormous, the decisions are high stakes, and every conversation could change what happens next or make a billionaire's biggest problem disappear. You don't appear on Forbes, you don't own a famous company, your name isn't on the building. In fact, most people have never heard of you, but behind the scenes, when the world's richest and most powerful people face a crisis, you're the person they call. You are a secret billionaire fixer. Your day doesn't begin with a normal alarm clock. It begins with a secure phone vibrating on a table. No caller ID, no message preview, just one encrypted notification. You answer, and a voice says, "We have a problem." That's all you need to hear. Somewhere, something has gone wrong. A major investment is collapsing. A powerful executive is threatening to expose sensitive information. A business deal is falling apart, or a billionaire's reputation is suddenly at risk. Your job isn't to panic. Your job is to find a solution before anyone else even realizes there was a problem. The strange thing about being a fixer is that you rarely solve problems directly. You solve them through people. You know lawyers who can move faster than ordinary firms. You know financial experts who understand complicated deals. You know public relations specialists who can change the story surrounding a crisis. You know investigators, negotiators, executives, consultants, and people who can open doors that seem permanently locked. Your real power isn't money. It's information, relationships, timing, and trust. By 7:30 in the morning, you're already reviewing the situation. There are 3 folders on your laptop. One contains financial documents, another contains messages and contracts, the third contains information about the people involved. You don't need to know everything. You need to know what matters. Who benefits? Who is afraid? Who has something to lose? Who has information that could change everything? Every crisis is a puzzle, and your first task is discovering where the missing pieces are. At 9 o'clock, you enter a private meeting. There are no cameras and no assistants taking notes. Around the table are executives worth billions of dollars. They're used to controlling rooms like this, but today, they're waiting for you. Someone has discovered a serious problem inside one of their companies. If it becomes public, investors could panic and competitors could attack. Everyone starts talking at once. You stop them.
That's what a fixer does. You separate facts from emotions. You determine what is legal, what is ethical, what is negotiable, and what must be reported. You don't threaten anyone. You don't fabricate evidence. You don't destroy information. The real skill is finding a legitimate solution under enormous pressure while protecting the people involved from making an even bigger mistake. By noon, the crisis has become a negotiation. 2 powerful sides are fighting over a deal worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Neither side wants to surrender. Your job is to discover what they actually want. One side wants money, the other wants control. But underneath those demands is something more important. Both sides want certainty. So instead of asking who wins, you ask what agreement allows both sides to walk away believing they won. That question can save a fortune. You make several calls. A lawyer reviews the contract. A financial advisor checks the numbers. Another specialist examines the business implications. Within hours, you have a new proposal. It doesn't magically solve everything, but it gives both sides a reason to keep talking. The billionaire signs off on it, and suddenly a crisis that could have destroyed a company becomes a private agreement. Nobody outside the room knows you were involved, and that's exactly how you like it. By afternoon, you face a completely different problem. A billionaire's personal information has appeared online. It's not necessarily illegal information, but it could create serious security and privacy risks. Your first instinct isn't to make the information disappear through some secret trick. Instead, you contact the appropriate legal and security professionals, determine what can lawfully be removed or corrected, and identify how the information appeared in the first place. The goal is simple: reduce the risk without creating a bigger legal problem. This is the part people misunderstand about the fixer lifestyle. Movies make fixers look like mysterious criminals operating in dark rooms. Real-world crisis management is usually much less glamorous. It's contracts, phone calls, risk assessments, negotiations, compliance, reputation management, and endless meetings. The most powerful weapon isn't a secret suitcase of cash, it's preparation.
At 6 p.m., most people are going home. Your workday is just changing shape. You receive another message. A billionaire wants to acquire a struggling company, but the company's owner refuses to sell. The obvious solution would be to offer more money, but you know that money isn't always the reason people say no. So you investigate the situation. Perhaps the owner doesn't want to lose the company because it was built by their family. Perhaps they fear employees will lose their jobs. Perhaps they want guarantees about the company's future. Suddenly, the negotiation isn't about price anymore. It's about legacy. You propose a structure that protects the employees, preserves the company's identity, and gives the owner a meaningful role after the acquisition. The billionaire pays more than originally planned, but gains something far more valuable: cooperation. Once again, you didn't force the door open. You found the key. Late at night, you finally return home. Your phone sits on the table. You know you should turn it off, but you don't. Because being a billionaire's fixer means understanding one uncomfortable truth: problems don't follow office hours. You could receive a call at midnight. A market is crashing. A board member is resigning. A major partnership is collapsing. A family dispute is threatening a business empire. When that happens, everyone will look at the billionaire, and the billionaire will look at you. But there is another side to this life. The money can be enormous, but so is the pressure. One bad decision can cost millions. One misunderstood sentence can destroy trust. One careless email can expose confidential information. And the more powerful your clients become, the more complicated their problems become.
You also live with a strange kind of invisibility. You may sit next to billionaires, but you can't tell your friends what you do. You may help negotiate deals worth more than entire cities, but nobody will ever know your name. You don't get applause when things go right. In fact, success often means nobody realizes there was ever a problem. And perhaps that's the ultimate definition of a secret fixer. You aren't the billionaire. You aren't the CEO. You aren't the celebrity standing in front of the cameras. You're the person standing somewhere behind the curtain, connecting the right people, asking the right questions, and keeping a crisis from becoming a catastrophe. At 2:13 in the morning, your phone vibrates again. One message: "We need you." You stare at the screen for a moment. Then you pick up the phone. Because somewhere in the world, another powerful person has a problem, and nobody knows your name, but they know exactly who to call. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden world of billionaire power, secrets, and high-stakes decision-making, make sure to like the video, share it with someone who would enjoy it, and subscribe for more stories about the fascinating lives and hidden worlds most people never get to see. Thanks for watching.